about like medieval times, you know, with the bubonic plague.
Oh,
that was
I don't know.
that must have been hell.
Yeah, it's interesting because we watch some documentaries on things like the Great Lakes, and one of them they did bring it under control, you know, and managed to sort of eliminate it. They weren't actually. I mean, that was people dying in the streets.
Yeah.
Literally, to see bodies everywhere,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's really bad. But what they used to do, and whether they knew it or not, they used to, if somebody died, they used to go in and they would whitewash the house inside, you know, clear out all the stubborns and whitewash it. And what they found is this lime, used like a lime in there, and it was actually, whether they knew it or not, we don't know, but it was a natural antibacterial, an antivirus. And what they did is they got some of this lime wash, they compared it against hand sanitizing and other stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to turn right to the end of the road, and they found it was as effective. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Turning right.
Oh, right.
So you can't do that, love. You've got to check.
Yeah.
You've already given a lesson, gone into left lane.
Yeah.
And then
Moved
just
right.
change lanes without checking.
Collision. Yeah. So I always it's so bad, but you know my right and left, I'm definitely old enough to know.
Do you right with your right hand?
Yeah.
Well, just think right with right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah? So you're right with your right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I'm not bothered about you getting the right and left mixed up.
It's just like that change.
Changing of the lanes at the last moment without checking.
Yeah.
I'm not even bothered about the change of the lanes, you've got to check.
Yeah.
Turning left.
Yeah.
From a test point of view, that would have been too late to even change lanes. You should have just turned left.
Okay, yeah.
Because we could always go a different way, you know? So we're going to stick to the left lane, and we're going to take us around onto the 838.
Yeah.
Nice and gently.
Yeah.
So just stick to your left lane. We're just going to follow it around onto the 38.
Yeah.
So this counts as your slip road, so if you want to be building up your speed, then once we're around the bend and do a bit of procedure, okay?
Yeah.
I'll leave it a little bit more for you to do.
Okay. Is the speed okay?
Yeah, I mean, you're getting it over, there you go. So you got it over 50.
Yeah.
Pushing it too much.
Okay.
There you go. So I'm trying on procedure then.
Yeah. Do I need to do the
signal?
Yeah.
Okay. So, just use up your gas. Just follow this guy down.
Okay.
So you shoulder check, So basically mirror signal always for joining. Position yourself by the wide left by the giveaways.
Yeah.
And then shoulder check. Now I do see check in shoulder, but I'll do a bigger check in.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Maybe bring this shoulder forward a little bit. Just a little bit like that. And that makes it super obvious that you've checked in as well. When you check, you just sort of tilt your head rather than your body a little bit. I don't want you to bring it like all the way around because I don't want the steering going on as well. Okay?
Yeah.
And you're going to get a chance to practice that when because in a little while we're going to exit this and rejoin a little bit.
Okay.
So you get another chance to practice that as well, okay?
I think sometimes when I check, it doesn't look like I'm checking because I kind of glance.
We've had this conversation before, haven't we?
Yeah.
I remember once I sort of gave you a bit of a nagging about it, and then when I actually checked the video footage, you were checking, but you just weren't turning your head.
Yeah, because I'm on the same thing. It looks like I'm not checking.
Yeah. So I do believe, of course.
Yeah. Is this too slow, by the way?
No. So I've asked you not to overtake anyway. So what you've got 61 miles an hour on at the moment on the clock. That's fine. Does it feel like you're making progress?
Yeah. So it feels like Like it
But
feels
if
like,
you was to put it up to the sort of 63, which is the minimum speed, you'd be right up behind the so just see something gap. Somebody's come in and spoiled the show, haven't they?
yeah,
So we actually had a really nice picture of the gap. That's it, and follow this one now. So you always got to ask yourself, are you making progress?
yeah. So 63 is minimum. Does that mean you're not really supposed to be going like 63? Yeah.
What that means is that on a clear, straight road, highway,
Yeah.
in ideal conditions, the speed limit is 70. So the ideal, the perfect speed is 63, because you have 10% safety margin from the top. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to take the next exit.
Okay.
As you can see, there's your just where you one line. There's your 300 metre marker. Maintain the speed until you fully let the slip. That's it. All right then. So you can just ease off your gas a little bit, Joe. Think about what you've got to deal with here. As the signal's got work to do. And we're following back the M1 south. Conditioning, good check-in. After this one, what do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Go then. It's something you want to watch out for that, because believe me, clipping the inside reservation is not a nice thing.
Okay. So I'm being a bit too close to that part.
Yeah, you need to centralise yourself in the lane. So this white line in here should disappear to the corner of your window over here to your vision to allow there to see it disappearing.
Yeah.
That puts you centrally in your lane to see something actually get the time close. And it's the same thing with that white line over there. So when you're in the fast lane, you can have a quick check of your position. Right. So again, we'll probably jump on the highway next lesson as well. We'll do some more overtaking, maybe a bit more overtaking next time, alright?
Yeah.
It's a good skill to have, is overtaking. It's something that you should become comfortable with.
Yeah.
Just there. Again, as these ones, the big ones come round, you've kind of edged away.
Yeah.
I don't know if you intended to do that or if it's subconscious, but try to hold your position is really important. This gap that you've got here is literally 2 seconds.
Okay.
So don't get any closer. That's better. There you go. That's about 2.5, 3 seconds.
Okay.
So straight on, we've done this stretch of road.
Yeah.
Just move over to the white lines. It's too dangerous over there. That's it.
Is that car allowed to do that? You know how it opens up through this lane?
No, well, yes and no. So ideally it would do it, but it didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
As long as it's done it safely, you're allowed to change lanes.
No.
But what you're not allowed to do is put over the hatch markings on these highways.
Yeah.
The hatch markings, these things that you can see separate lanes over here like this. Not allowed to put over these. Not allowed to put over them either.
Yeah.
Well, actually then you are, because broken lines around them. With a solid line you're not. It's not as advised.
Right.
Okay, so you are now in the overtaking lane, so where do we need to be? This space is like the minimum.
Right.
Any closer than this, and there is a danger on your test that the examiner's going to say to you, just slow down.
Yeah.
If they say that, you fail.